All right.
What?
What did you just ask?
How do you pronounce the name of this creature?
How do you think it's pronounced?
Well, I saw
Geodude. That's right.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Gorochu.
Gorochu.
You know what it comes from?
No. Chew, probably like Pikachu.
Yes. Do you know where that comes from?
No, I actually don't.
Chew is the sound a mouse makes in like Japanese culture. All of Asian culture, possibly?
That is awesome.
Like for us, the mouse says squeak, squeak. For them, it says chew, chew, chew.
Okay, I knew that animals made different noises in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
Those are air quotes.
Yes, everyone could hear the air quotes. They were so
loud.
Prevalent and loud.
Okay. Tell me what you're doing here, though. I don't understand this.
So,
you're tracing?
Welcome, everybody. I took a stab at making Gorochu because Gorochu sounds awesome. If you did not know what Gorochu was, they released unleaked information until just pretty recently, within the last year of this video recording, that in the first generation, Pikachu evolves into Raichu, right? Right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Speaking to me.
And Raichu was going to have an evolution. So Pikachu was supposed to have a third evolution. And so there was a final form. And that's what I'm doing here. I made a drawing of Gorochu. I actually made several iterations trying to get the right form. And I ended up with this one, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
But what I'm doing here is just tracing it and adding shadows here right now. That's what these are going to be. Okay. All these black overlays, and then change the transparency. So then I put color underneath, and that's going to come up as a darker spot, aka a shadow. So chew is what mice say over yonder, our friends in Asia. Choo choo. Not all of Asia, of course. I'm not trying to be culturally insensitive. I think it's Japanese.
It is.
But I don't know if it's only Japanese.
Okay, we can look that up later.
Yes. Goro is the sound of thunder.
Oh.
We say rumble rumble. They say goro 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 goro.
That's awesome.
So Gorochu. Yeah. Do you know anything about Gorochu?
I believe you mentioned the type earlier when you were showing me the drawing. Before.
That was my hypothesis.
Okay.
Did you ever hear about anything that Nintendo or Game Freak talked about?
I haven't heard any of this, so it's all new.
Okay. There's not much information released, but that leaves a lot of room for creativity. The most common piece of news about it, or just updates or information about it, is that Pikachu still stays pretty charming and cute when it's Raichu, right?
Yeah.
Kind of cuddly. Apparently it was going to not be so cuddly in its final form. Different descriptions say intimidating or just more fierce. So I went with this iteration, but all the descriptions do say that he was going to have fangs and horns. So he's going to lose his cuddliness. Sorry, Pika Pika. Okay. So they also took Gorochu out of the games because they said balance issues. And there's a lot of speculation that, well, Psychic was super overpowered in the first generation. But I don't think it would make sense for him to evolve into a Psychic Lightning mouse. So I think Dragon. So I kind of had Dragon and Electric type in mind because Dragon was pretty rare. And there was not a lot to counter it besides Dragon and Ice, which were both very rare in the early games and not very viable. So you can see I went with these colors here and everything, and that's Gorochu.
I like it a lot. Oh, you animated it too.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Aww.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
There's Gorochu.
Well, I learned something new.
Yeah.